What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Judeo, and I'm back again with a new video. Today we're going to be reacting to Life Inside Putin's Crimea. This was a video that was requested for by you, so I'm excited to see what it's about. Without wasting your time, let's get to it. Sevastopol, Crimea.
Я русская, а это значит во мне мятежная душа. Я русская, а это значит другой быть просто не могу. С праздником, Севастополь! Люблю тебя! Спасибо!
This is Crimea in early 2017, nearly 3 years after the Russian takeover.
It is the day of the founders of the fatherland. In other words, a very patriotic celebration, particularly for the people of Sevastopol who use this day to celebrate their pride in Russia.
Люди не понимают, что действительно происходит. Люди думают, что мы здесь в оккупации. Как мы можем находиться в оккупации, если мы сделали свой выбор за возвращение домой, в Россию?
Нам силу дает наша верность отчизне. И наши мысли, и наше будущее должны быть с Россией.
In a controversial referendum, over 95% of Crimeans voted to join Russia in 2014.
In some of the videos we saw, the authors said Russia took over Crimea, but in Putin's word, he said took back, not take over. So that's the word, like returning what was already yours. And this number says a lot. If 95% voted to be with Russia, I feel like it's quite clear, you know?
Though the annexation and the referendum are not recognized internationally, many of the Crimeans we met were eager to obtain their Russian citizenship.
Что ты россиянин, еще подтверждают наши паспорта, что мы действительно стали россиянами, настоящими.
A lot of Crimeans are hoping for a return to the peninsula's glory days, when it was known as a popular tourist destination for Soviet elites, vacationing along the Black Sea coast.
We're in the southern town of Alushta, which has seen a massive amount of development over the last 3 years. That's largely thanks to Mr. Alexander Lebedev.
Lebedev is a Russian billionaire with a combative reputation.
Oh boy.
He spotted an
That was not an act, that was real. The man is not playing.
Opportunity for an energetic tycoon like himself.
You're building a church, you're building a theatre, you're building a clinic, you're building hotels.
Yeah.
You own pretty much all of this then?
Yeah. This is an investment of about 200 million euro, dollar, it's whatever. And I've never picked up a penny of profit. I love the place and I treat it as a mission. I picked up a few missions in life. It's always better to put some butter.
Some butter? I'm sorry, I'm such an amateur. Why is it that Russia is so focused on developing Crimea?
Well, I have no doubt that Putin is very much interested to show results in Crimea. That's beyond any doubt.
But he has something to prove here.
No, the whole Russian nation has something to prove here.
And what is that they need to prove?
That they'll be running the place much better than it was run by Ukraine. Ukraine neglected completely Crimea. And so what the Russians are doing, they're investing 10 times or 20 times more money into infrastructure, even putting back all of the tourists within such a short period of time.
The projected boom in tourism that Russia's support would bring excited a lot of local business.
So fun fact, I was admitted to study medicine in Crimea State Medical University, but I never went because I didn't want to be a medical doctor. But yeah, that's just a fun fact.
So nice. People like Oleg Zubkov, who runs a safari park.
That is a liar.
Это как раз есть референдум и весна, те знаменитые тигры, которые родились в ночь, когда крымчане голосовали. Это была дань тем патриотическим чувствам, с которыми мы встретили переход Крыма в состав России.
Oh boy.
Изабелла, мы должны быть together, вместе. Together.
Are you sure?
Yes, закрой дверь.
Oh my God. I hear that you wanted these beasts to play a role in Crimea's return to Russia.
Да, это правда. Если бы эти львы вышли на внешние границы, то они воевали бы с украинскими националистами, которые, хотели нас, русских, побить, там, изничтожить. Иди ко мне, мой хороший. То, если вы боитесь немножко львов, также и бандеровцы, по моему убеждению, должны были испугаться львов.
But Zubkov's initial enthusiasm for a Russian Crimea soon turned to disillusionment when his business began to suffer.
How much is your business down by?
Ну, сегодня осталось от того объема, который был в украинском Крыму, 1/3, и она продолжает уменьшаться.
Why do you think that is that tourist numbers are down?
Ну, во-первых, мы полностью лишились украинского потока. Сегодня всего этого нет. Крым находится в изоляции и находится под достаточно жесткими санкциями.
More worrying than the dip in tourists, though, is the fact that Crimea is running dry. In large part because in 2014, Ukraine dammed the North Crimean Canal, which previously provided 85% of the peninsula's fresh water.
Это было огромное водохранилище. Сегодня воды от прошлого водохранилища осталась маленькая лужа. Вот. И этой воды нам не хватит и на 1 месяц. Я думаю, что будут страдать очень многие и жители городов, если проблему правительство не решит за счет других водохранилищ.
But the Kremlin says it has a solution to the water problem, the tourist problem, and just about every other problem in the peninsula. The Kirch Bridge. We visited while construction was still ongoing.
We're standing on the biggest bridge in Russian history. It's going to be 12 miles long. It stretches all the way from Russian mainland, which is just over there, to Crimea.
President Putin triumphantly opened the mega project earlier this year.
This man is super active. He came by himself to drive the trucks, okay?
Это замечательный результат, который делает Крым и легендарный Севастополь еще сильнее, а всех нас еще ближе друг к другу.
Now that Russia has further cemented its grip on Crimea, both physically and symbolically, we traveled to Ukraine's capital, Kiev, to meet the people still pushing for reunification.
People out here to celebrate.
Ukraine! Ukraine!
This is a very nationalistic crowd. There's a lot of far-right militias who are coming here to make their voices heard. What are you guys doing here today?
Дуже велика дата для усіх українських націоналістів. Люди прокидаються, вони повертаються до свого коріння українського. Цього року набагато більше юнаків.
Do you think that Ukraine can take Crimea back?
Неодмінно станеться. Неодмінно.
The hangover of Crimea only emboldens these far-right militia groups, many of whom are actively fighting Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine, where a bloody conflict has claimed over 10,000 lives since 2014.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
Other Ukrainians have focused on curbing...
So does it mean Russians can't go to Ukraine anymore? Because yeah, this is not good, especially for people traveling from Russia or tourists or, you know, people just visiting. It's not good for them.
...the Kremlin's soft power.
Yeah.
Ukraine is currently home to over 1/3 of Russian Orthodox churches, which are often criticized for being vessels for Putin's propaganda. But in a historic decision, Orthodox leadership finally agreed to grant the Ukrainian church independence from Moscow.
What does this mean to Ukrainian people?
I believe that this moment shows our cultural identity. It helps to unite all Ukrainians in one nation.
How did the situation with the annexation of Crimea impact what's happening now?
Ukrainian people, they are usually quite patient, but step by step Russia showing her aggression, and we have to fight back.
We've arrived here in Kiev at a very opportune moment because the president is about to make his first speech to Ukrainian people to talk about the declaration of independence of the church.
Слово має президент України Петро Порошенко.
Це велика перемога боголюбивого українського народу над московськими демонами. Ми за місяць ще більше переконалися, що помісна церква є одним із ключових елементів, запорукою незалежності нашої держави.
This is about more than religion. And while Ukrainian parishioners attended Sunday Mass, President Putin took the news as a major blow. The Kremlin immediately denounced the church's decision and even said it would defend Russian believers if threatened in Ukraine, sparking real fears of further violence.
Seems there's a lot of tension between Ukraine and Russia. I didn't even know about this side of the friction, but it seems there might be a lot more tension than we actually know.
Fear of escalating conflict rang true. Just this week, Russia shot at and seized 3 Ukrainian ships and 24 sailors who were in the shared waterway of the Kerch Strait. Moscow has maintained a geostrategic naval base on the peninsula for decades, allowing them to reach Eastern Europe, the Mediterranean, and Syria. As part of an effort to monitor the militarization in the region, Ukraine established the Ministry of Temporarily Occupied Territories and IDPs, headed by Vadim Chernysh. So what can you tell us about any military developments that you've seen?
You can see here 3 doors, for example. There are places where S-400 triumph complex established by Russians.
So from your satellite images, you've picked up 3 new missile bases here.
Right. They can reach a lot of countries, including Middle East. They use Crimea as a military base.
So essentially, this ministry was formed in order...
This is going to be a very interesting topic. Guys, please let me know what you guys think of this. I'm not going to say anything about this, unfortunately, because I don't have a lot of information on the subject matter. So I'm going to reserve my comments. But if you have more understanding, please educate me.
In order to try and take back what Ukraine sees as occupied territories, including Crimea, what actual work are you doing to achieve those goals?
We are trying to win hearts and minds of Ukrainians who live within occupied territories.
Isn't it a bit late for that? If most people are now happy with the fact that Russia has taken Crimea?
We have been trying to support our population because they are Ukrainian citizens. Russia influences a lot. They use their secret service, they use their propaganda, bribes. They demonstrate some success in infrastructure development, and they don't want to show problems with human rights in Crimea.
Russia's abysmal human rights record has trickled down to Crimea, leading the US to announce additional sanctions in November 2018. Here in Kiev, the Crimean Human Rights Group works to collect testimonies and evidence of illegal detention and torture.
Александр, скажите, пожалуйста, какое время вы провели в СИЗО Симферополя? Сколько времени вы там были?
9 месяцев.
Alexander Kostenko was eventually moved to a prison and held for over 3 years in what he claims are baseless charges of assault and possession of illegal weapons.
Скажите, пожалуйста, какие пытки к вам применялись?
Сотрудники ФСБ хотели мне отрезать палец, поэтому с учетом того, что я сжал кулаки, мне была сломана рука. И вытащили меня наверх и повесили на дверь, застегнули и повесили на дверь.
За руки, то есть руки были в наручниках?
За руки наверх так повесили меня. И получается, так и говорю, я провел где-то около 6 часов.
The team here has documented dozens of cases like this one. The founder, Olga Skripnik, was also forced to flee her home in Crimea in 2014.
What kind of activities are these people involved in order to get picked up by the Russian authorities?
Більшість цих людей, вони були пов'язані з якимись активними формами громадянських активностей. Це, наприклад, журналісти або блогери, або це були активісти, які просто виступали проти окупації. Як, наприклад, Володимир Балух, він просто підняв український прапор на своєму домі в селі, і лише через це проти нього відкрили кримінальну справу.
Recently, have things been better or worse?
Порівняно, наприклад, з 2014 роком на 2018 рік кількість таких людей, хто незаконно позбавлений волі через їх погляди, зросла в 5 разів.
There's almost no reliable data on what's actually going on in Crimea, and Russia holds a tight grip over all information coming out. Recently, even traveling to the peninsula has become difficult. So we wanted to catch up with Oleg Zubkov, the zookeeper, to ask if things really have become worse.
Has there been any change in atmosphere there? I mean, now that the Russians have been there for 4 years?
Вот, Крым превращается в такое, знаете, полицейское государство. военизированное государство, где военных колонн, военных машин, Крым вооружается. Понятно, что мы готовимся к какой-то Третьей мировой войне, но это происходит очень активно.
Was all this worth it?
Вот я не против России, я русский человек, я очень люблю Россию. И я также для себя уверен, что лучше, если бы Крым остался бы тогда в составе Украины. Вот, но, к сожалению, я тогда не ценил, что мы имели.
Okay, that video was, how am I gonna say it? It brought different perspectives and different questions to mind. Because when the video started, they said 95% of people living in Crimea voted to be in Russia. And now they painted a picture that Russia took over Crimea to be a military base. So I don't understand, man. You guys, please feel free to explain to me the context. I don't want to, you know, say things I don't understand. I don't want to alter words that contradict the real issue at hand. So please, you know, talk to me. Let me know what you guys think of that discussion. Well, this is the end of this video. Don't forget to smash the like button if you want us to bring more videos like this, or more eye-opening videos, or more educative videos, or videos that explain this context more. Let me know in the comment section. This is the end of this one. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a very wonderful day. Peace.